Welcome to part 2 of movement for supporting the immune system. In part 1, I very briefly and roughly talked about the lymphatic system and how that plays into our immune system and how the lymphatic system needs movement and muscle contraction to circulate. I also mentioned how there are clusters of lymph nodes in certain areas of the body. And so today I'm going to be showing you just some very simple neck movements to help circulate the lymph in the nodes that are around your neck and jaw. You can do like a little bit of self-massage around your jawline if you want to. Just make sure to wash your hands first if you're going to be touching anywhere close to your face. So go ahead and you can do this sitting or standing. First we're just going to drop our head to our chest, or our chin to our chest rather. And then lift that back up. And if you've seen any of my videos before where I've talked about head ramping, I talk about it a lot. You're just going to gently tuck your chin, slightly tuck your chin, and then slide it back. So we're trying to get a longer line along the back of the cervical spine, the back of the neck, without, we're sliding our head back without lifting our chin up. So keeping the chin kind of level, sliding it back. And from that ramped position, then go ahead and drop your ear towards your shoulder. And right now, keep your chin kind of tucked in. So if you notice that it comes out as you tilt your head over, just bring it back in. And then bring it up, and same thing on the other side, ramping the head and then dropping the ear to the shoulder, keeping the head ramped. And then we're going to go back to the first side, and this time we're going to intentionally lift our chin. So go ahead and it'll stretch a little bit more along this front line. So it's like I like to think about a sensation of kind of opposition of pulling between kind of like the top of the shoulder and the chin a little bit. So if you think about those two kind of stretching away from each other, it can keep you from just kind of like collapsing and crunching the neck. Sometimes if you think up and away. And I always like to mention, go ahead and try it on the other side. Ramp over to the side and then lifting up towards the front corner of whatever room you're in. I always like to mention, because I do give a lot of cues for specific alignment, that doing things in a different shape like we are right now is not bad. Lots of times people want to know what's the good way to do it, what's the bad way, and in some instances there are ways that are potentially harmful, but a lot of times it's not that one is good and one is bad. It's just what patterns are we trying to reinforce, what areas are we trying to target, what are our habitual ways of moving, and how do we have more awareness so that we're moving in a greater variety of ways, and also in the channels that our body was built to move in, so that we're not causing as much friction and kind of malalignment over time. So that's the reason for like specific alignment cues, but that's not to say you can't go outside the box and experiment with all these different shapes, because variety is essential and it's what keeps all of the tissues nourished as if we do a variety of movements to reach all of the tissues. So now we're going to do just a gentle head roll. As you go to the back, actually, let's just do a lift first. So let's lift our chin up towards the ceiling. And if you think about lifting as opposed to dropping your head back, that's going to protect your neck a little bit more. You'll notice it's a different sensation just thinking about lifting your chin up as opposed to dropping your head back. So you're not kind of crunching the spine back so much as just lifting up. So with that in mind, as we circle around, as you get to the back, just think chin lifting up. Excuse me. So just a gentle, slow head roll. We'll do it a couple of times to one side. Ooh, curtain of hair. And then to the other side. This is a very easy exercise to work into your day. No matter where you are or what you're doing, you can stop for 30 seconds and just do some head rolls and kind of hit all of those areas of muscle in your neck. Was there anything else I wanted to do? Oh yeah, ramping the head again. This will be the last one. We're just going to do some rotations. So just turning the head to the right, back through center, and to the left, keeping it in that ramped position. So if you notice that your head is kind of jutting out forward, bring it back and bring the chin down a little bit, and then do it from that position. And we're done. So that's the movement tip for today and exercises for kind of moving the muscles that are surrounding the lymph nodes that are in your neck area so that they can circulate more effectively. In the next part, I'll show you some arm exercises that you can do to move the lymph nodes here, and then some kind of hip groin area exercises, and then I'll get into some other tips around movement and the immune system. So stay tuned for those, and if you didn't catch the first one, go back and watch that one. And if you are on Instagram or Facebook, make sure to follow or subscribe so that you don't miss any, because there are a lot more coming.